what is feminine and what is masculine? The feminine is the virtual reality that resides within yourself. It is the reality that sometimes you're afraid to speak about. It is your dreams. It is that world that you have deep in your core. Just right there, that virtual reality. You know, that's what we call feminine. Masculine, it is the other reality, the hologram. It's a mirror. One mirroring each other. You see, it's like the tree. You don't see the roots, but the roots are there. The roots are strong. It will be a strong, beautiful tree. When we understand ourselves in our ways, we have been holding Tonantzin, the ways of the feminine, all the way. Because we knew that it is from the feminine, from the women, how the whole community depends. You know, if mama is happy, everybody's happy. You know, so, but those teachings that they were completely vanished from the system, we need to bring it forward. And it is true that the medicine and the message that I carry to bring this message into a patriarchal system, there is a lot of forces that wants to stop it. And I am so grateful for all of you, for you know that it is the time of that balance and that understanding and how it works. So, who's the mother? The mother is the perfect harmony that resides within yourself. You born with an authentic vibration. That's your key to walk into many, many, many worlds. You born with that vibration, and then when you were growing up, somebody came and tell you, you know what, you're supposed to be like somebody else because you're not going to be loved, you're not going to be accepted, you're not going to, I don't know, they put you a lot of fears. So you begin to exchange a lot of your notes. Here you are, mi hermana. You begin to exchange all these notes, and when you change all these notes, you begin to lose your own connection, that perfect harmony that she is. Now she's bringing this. You know, you're supposed to keep that perfect harmony, and the mother is going to give you the next octaves to keep on going in that spiral, to that understanding of where we are in the cosmos, where we are into that understanding. So when the mother, now that she's calling, is bringing you back to your original vibration. Now, your vibration is yours. It is your own key. I can't use it. I can only use mine. You know, we all can dance together, that's for sure, but I can't use your key. You can't use mine. Your own authenticity. That is your own vibration, and it is so unique, and it is perfect. Beautiful and perfect. You're perfect. Go and tell the mother that her children are not perfect. I really don't want to be there. We are perfect. The only one that you need to reach is yourself. Now, from that perfect harmony that it is the mother, you encounter the divine order in the outside of you. What is this divine order? That's what I call the Father. You know, it is true. You know, I was watching my brother, you know, talking about our ways, the cycles, you know. Everything comes into that understanding of the cycles. Everything, it is part of that cycle. Everything working exactly, precisely. and all interconnected one to another. There is this perfect divine order in your outside world. The whole cosmos is involved in this incredible movement, you know. But that perfect harmony that it is the mother, and that divine order that it is the father, is about laws. But you see, these laws is not about limitations. Actually, it's about your freedom. And all this is bonding into one and the same, the father and the mother, because it is about your liberation. You have always been free. When you enter into this perfect harmony within yourself, immediately everything comes into that alignment in the outside too. You see, the mother, the feminine, it is the essence of all the vibrations. The masculine is the vibration by itself. So that essence, that it is the mother, you know, that feminine, she contains everything that exists. Means that you understand the world of oneness, not because it is a new philosophy, not because it is something way abstract, you know, like one of my daughters always argue with me saying, this is too abstract. And said, no, mijita, put it on, and that's going to stop being abstract. You know, you can communicate with absolutely everything around. You're communicating here with people with no one word. You see, my eloquence in Spanish is way too different. You see, my English is way too funky. I learned it from teenagers. So, but what is it? Can we communicate with those without words? Oh yeah, words, it's limiting, and we need to use a filter which is already distorted. Do I making sense? Now, here is the situation. In Uxmal, you know, Uxmal for me, it's Maya. It is the feminine aspect of our knowledge. Mexica, you know, the Aztec, it's the masculine aspect of our knowledge. We're one and the same. So, in Uxmal, one time, not too long ago, we have a sweat in there at Temazcal. And here comes the abuela of the non-time, which is a very, very powerful grandmother. She brought the teachings of the non-time to our people, and that is feminine. And she came and said, hey, you know what? You need to bring the sisterhood together. And I make the horrible mistake that I say to her, well, that's kind of complicated. That didn't went well for me. But she's right. How do we start? We women have our beautiful, powerful, incredible moon time. That when we embrace our own femininity, we are embracing the daughterhood. I am the daughter of the Great Mother, and so are you. I am a sacred woman, and so are you. We hold the unity through love. Harmony can never be imposed. It doesn't matter how many rules and regulations I create. It won't work. It truly needs to come from the heart. But we can't unite with anything unless we unite within ourselves. Does people agree with me? Absolutely. So the integration that it is happening right here and right now starts within yourself. All your use, the one that wants to do something, and the ones that wants to do another thing, and the ones that it is here in the mother, and the one that's saying, oh no, I need to keep on perpetuating this because I'm afraid to change. All those yous and many more are being integrated as we speak. Now, this is a knowledge that it is only one, the true human being, men and women, the feminine and the masculine aspect, the world of the enchanted flower, as we call it, Tomanchan. That world where we belong, that we have been there many times. And the way that we enter in there is through love. We enter in there through this space within ourselves, making that perfect harmony. Immediately that divine order came into the mirror. Now, only one, I have been studying symbols since I was 12 years old in el Museo de Antropología, in the Anthropology Museum, working with the grandmothers and the grandfathers. And when I see those symbols everywhere in the world, I recognize the same knowledge over and over and over again. Every time that I ask the mother, she goes, go deep, look. One knowledge, not just in this planet, mijita. It's far beyond this. And this, from this place, is where unity is possible. So what about the sisterhood? You see, the way that they did this separation thing, it was come from the great people. And they imposed this. In the Chilam Balam they say, and the Dark Lords created time. People begins to see time as something linear. And the way that they attacked this, it was through the feminine. We were under attack. And they impose, even now, this divide and conquer situation. Put women against women. And you didn't know how to understand that part of yourself that recognizes oneness. So we perpetuate separation. We're in charge of the hologram. Does people agree with me? Yes. I mean, it's okay when you tell me, you know what, I have a situation right there. You know, it's very okay for me. So they create this divide and conquer. And then we use tradition, religion, to even create more separation. It makes you feel kind of important or something. I don't know what happened. But the point about this is that divide and conquer, it's over. Does people agree with me? We need, as women, we are giving birth to the new world. And of course we need our men with us, holding hands. We need that because we are bringing a new one into manifestation. When we bring this one into manifestation, you know, it's a co-creation what we are seeing all around. Means that you and me are creating together. We're weaving. We're weaving this one together. We are remembering the time before the tribes were tribes. We understand that we have different traditions, different ways, different colors of the skin. But we also recognize that deep inside there is a bonding, because the way that you love your children, oh my God, I love mine. The way that you feel deep inside and the ways that you have passed through in life, me too. I have never met someone that has never been dishonored, hurt, but we cannot make a bonding through pain. If we make a bonding through pain, it's gonna keep us in that dimension of separation. And then, I don't know if you have seen it, but women begins to compete about who has more pain, kind of a deal. And that doesn't really work that way. And it is not that we're not going to see it. I mean, I work with women already for more than 30 years. And that's not going to happen that way. I have seen in my moon dancers all these expapalotlis, people from everywhere in the world. We have from Russia, Bulgaria, India, of course different tribes in the United States. People from absolutely all the traditions. When it gets into a point that they just need to look into each other's eyes and they know exactly what the other one is thinking. No need of speak. They move as butterflies. Butterflies, you might see them that they just go here and there. No, there is a path. There is a path. And that is the path that we're following. For us, the expapalotli really is not about the butterfly. It's about this. That goes also like this. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see what I'm saying? One virtual reality connecting to the other reality, your male and your female. And it shifts into the other side, where the other reality turns into virtual and the virtual becomes real. How can I prove it to you? Very simple. When you are inside of your dreams, you have this identity thinking that that dream, it's real. You identify completely to one reality inside of the other reality. Does people agree with me? And then you get out of that reality and you enter into the other one. Well, there is a part exactly in the very, very point, in the heart of the butterfly, that she connects with both, understanding that it is just part of an hologram. She does not identify with that reality. How do that can be? Please move your identity, the thing that you have about yourself. What you think about yourself is not real. Do I'm making sense? Does people agree with me? Then how about the sisterhood? Do I need to, I am Maya Mexica all the way to the core. Do you need to become Maya Mexica? It's not the point. It's not where the mother is pointing. Yes, we are beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful. But it's not the point. The point is, can you be yourself as you are? And through whatever you are, whatever you are, it is all connected already within yourself. The only thing that you need to do is believe in yourself. Do I making sense? Does people agree with me? So why do I feel, wherever I go, women going, okay, well, I don't know if you're supposed to be here or not, or, your things are here, your things are there, or, different traditions imposing in another traditions. And that's not the point. Sisterhood is not built upon traditions. It's about respecting everyone's tradition and religion. It's about understanding that if the same knowledge just went to different perspectives, a way of seeing the things. We migrate everywhere, so it changes. No? And this goes from everywhere in the world. I have been working with grandmothers from Africa, who holds the same knowledge. Now the Queen of Sheba is standing and rebuilding the temple and very proud. there is all these temples of the feminine being rebuilt again. But it doesn't matter what is your tradition. We need to find a way of communicate of where we are coming from. And really love is the bonding. And being, for me, so far away from home. I mean, I miss my people. Of course, you know, we are heart-oriented people. You know, we're free. We don't put too much attention and other things, you know. For us, we are the happiest people in the world. But when I see you, I see my grandmother. You know, I see grandmother Winwriter, that I miss her so much. That I talked to my sister, you know, grandmother Winwriter came and told me, you need to talk to her, and we sit for hours, and oh my God. You know, because you know what? When I see you, I see my daughter. And that's where the emotion comes about. When I see those children, I see my grandchild. You know that, 3 days after I came, she told me, I'm having bad dreams, abuela. And I get so identified. And it is hard for me to not get identified with those dreams, abuela, so I need to call into you, super abuela, because I'm the super abuela kind of a deal. But she has 8 years old, and she already knows how to begin to master the hologram. And I see them, and I see you, and I can see me. The very first time, the abuela, I knew that I was going to make this work since I was 1.5 years. And that didn't went well for me, in that way. But I knew that I just needed to hold it together no matter what. And when I said no matter what, yeah, I passed too many initiations. When I was in my teens, I was against the government. I thought that it was the government, the one who was enslaving the people. I was stupid or what? At the age of 19, that's when the star beings came. And for 3 years, I was into those initiations about understanding that the liberation, it doesn't come from the outside. We don't go and fight for that. The war is really deep inside of you. And in there, the only way to get rid of it is just deny the bottle, Understanding that this alignment is happening naturally. We don't need to struggle anymore. The ways of the mother, it's about happiness. I have these incredible abuelas who raised me and taught me. And you see, in our ways, my abuelas are tough cookies, They're not precisely compassionate, And they are very compassionate, don't take me wrong. It's just that our ways, it's a little bit wild. But effective, because the training needed to happen that way. They always tell me you need to be working with women, and I said, no, I don't like women. They compete to each other. They do horrible things in the hidden that the men have no idea. The men have no idea what a woman is because she hide it, she manipulate it, she control it. For us, yes, the abuelas, the teachings were in the kitchen. You see, even to make tamales, you hold the past, the future, the present, here. You put it in a spiral. You see, otherwise the tamales won't cook. This is how you move the time within yourself, mijita. And then a man, my father, will come into the kitchen and they go, oh, no, you wait, over there. We will serve you, So here they go, the men thinking that the women are serving only. And we were cooking, really cooking. Great, deep, teachings. And we did that. Why? Because in our tribe, you know, we knew that the Spanish were coming. So the man becomes, you know, that Spanish that came and raped and did and wanted to destroy things. And the call was, you save all this knowledge in the womb of the mother. We also, of course, we bury all our teachings that Masatzlin was talking about. And many, many, many more. You know, here comes the moon calendar that it was on cover about 7 years ago. Huge stone that it needs to be worked with the calendar Azteca too. One clockwise, the other one counterclockwise. But that's another story. What we are doing about this is where we can see we need to learn how to support each other as women, as sisters, because we are the one who given birth. Those people agree with me. And we need to do it through love. You know, your work is very, very important to me, personally. When you stand up and say, hey, you know what, I don't think so. I'm going to stand up with you, and I say, and I'm with you. We need to heal the wounded mother. You know, you say to a woman, you look like your mother, and they have a reaction. That the men have no idea why. You learn the ways of the feminine through your mother, and you learn the ways of the masculine through your father. And this is how you begin to relate with God. And of course, God, it's a male, so your father is more important than your mother. And you begin to create all these stories. Well, those stories are coming to an end now. Do I making sense? So yeah, in personally way, you know, the mother keep on saying, you need to be personal and speak about you. Let the people know you. You know, my father was a very powerful medicine man, Don Domingo Ramirez. And so it's my mother, big lineage of medicine women, Doña Malena. So I learned from both. My training of my father was very different, but I needed to. At the same time, that the training of my abuelas that show me how strong we can be as women. Now, what is happening now? We have the Son of God. By the way, you know, when I hear Golden Eagle talking about this, I was very surprised. You know, when we were in Mexico, I did talk good communication with the Christ, and I said, hey, you know what? We have been supporting you. I supported you. This is your time. When you need to come and support us, he came and says, and you got it. Means that the real Son of God means the man, not the boy, is here and right now. With us, the daughter of the great mother, the woman, is here, and right now. Who is she and who is he? And how do you do this work inside of yourself? Well, here we go. You see, the feminine, that woman, is the one that it is able to see that whatever it is happening to you, my sister, wait, over there, yes, it's me. I'm seeing you in me. There is no difference between you and me. You know, I can see life as sacred. I can understand that through that heart that connects me with the multiverse, I can see beyond my little bitty world and see the higher picture. Means that I can see for the highest good of everyone, not just me. Am I making sense? Now, where is my masculine side? That's the part of me, like my father taught me, you know, always, mijita, stand up and say it. Otherwise, how can you see yourself in the mirror? The best relation that you have is within yourself, and that's how everything started. So here I am, you know, tribeless, and yet you all are my people. And yet at the same time I have the voice of the ancestors. I have my roots really, really, really strong and powerful, and so are you. But that, my male side, I will never betray anybody. I will never chicken out. I don't know how to do that. It doesn't matter what happens. Here I go. The mother says, this needs to be created, and I'm making my work immediately. I'm not afraid. And sometimes I do, but I still will do it anyway. You know, stand up in your truth. We need the warrior woman, huh? We need that part of yourself that says, okay, stop. No more. You know, no more. We can do it, and we can do it together. Not one person can do it by yourself. It is you. Nobody's going to come and save you. So the sisterhood. Can we go back into that place where it doesn't matter what tribe you are? We can hold on respect without imposing into another. Can we do that? Does people agree with me? One thing is being respectful, okay? Another thing is impose. Harmony. Harmony can never be imposed. Respecting is way, way too important. But it won't happen unless we respect ourselves. Okay, this and many more things, it is the realm of the feminine. The woman, the one that understands sacred sex, that teachings needs to come forward. It is from us, women, where we channel on a spirit and we bring it in forward. It is us, women, the Kundalini. It is us, women, the one who allows that vortex to happen in the maximum ceremony of them all, Father, Mother, God together. Understanding the sexuality, we need to take care of it. We need to clean our wombs. You know, the sacred womb. In our ways, they say to the men, you never dishonor a cave. If you dishonor a cave, you will never gonna get it in this lifetime. The cave means the womb. In our ways, the men teach to the men, a la mujer ni con el pétalo de una rosa. To the woman, you don't hurt her, not even with the petal of a flower. Our ways, there were those ones, you know, it wasn't because of the feminine. It's because they were very intelligent. You don't hurt a woman, because that woman is going to remember you forever. We don't forget the things. That's part of our training. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to forget things, you know? So that's why the men says, oh my God, you have the memory of an elephant. Oh, you bet that we are. But that is our gift. We're going to be talking about the crystal skulls at 4. Yeah, at 4. The crystal skulls have come here, each one with different gift of the feminine. For us, that's Nick Ixley, Lady Death. We celebrate the change. We celebrate Lady Death. She is the end and the new beginning. The cause and the effect together. The alpha and the omega together. And part of our ceremonies, we women gather together and we make a very slow dance that can take you a whole day just to perform a movement. The teachings of Nick Ixley, the Lady Death, it is so ingrained, and it is in each one of you because you are a life giver and death giver. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You know, in many systems everywhere in the world, they are so afraid of changes, you know, and change is going to happen, you like it or not. And yet we are all into this connectedness in a different time and space. You already have a life. You already have all these things going on in those higher worlds, or what you call higher worlds. Actually, they're all happening at the same time simultaneously. And you are being aware of all your yous that have already many lives and many worlds, and you are communicating one to another for all your yous at the same time that you're being integrated into much more higher dimensions or worlds. Do I making sense about this? So Nick Kixley is a big portal. So each one of the Nick Kixleys have come here to bring a gift that you're supposed to learn how to use it. A gift that it is encoded already within yourself, and it needs to come forward for the highest good of everyone. So I really hope to see you all in there. Yeah. There is all these teachings of the women aspect about the moon time, and about how do you relate within yourself. A lot of healings that needs to happen, because that relation was broken with this divide and conquer. So women begins to feel disconnected within themselves. They feel that they were really the weak gender, as they say, and that was far away from truth. They believe that they were worthless. They make you believe that you need to go and look for love. Nobody came and tell you, hey, mijita, you are love, with many directions. That's why you can love so much. You know, they never tell you who you are into that. So the teachings needs to come forward from each one of you. You are the teachers. Can you do that? Can you see that every single sister that you have, mother, daughter, granddaughter, there are all these relations that are within yourself anyway. You want to change your relation of any kind? Move that hologram within yourself. Change that perspective and you will see the magic. All these relations are happening. Yeah, it is true that right now, the transition times, it is all this chaos and destructions everywhere in the world. But this is the time when we hold it together. This is the time when we understand ourselves in a higher manner and see that the life givers, you know, I see my Vicky and I see me. I can see her, and through her, you know, and through me, and through you, and through everyone, we are giving birth. We're given that name of that mystery that it is about being woman. So how we are doing so far? Questions. Do we have some questions here? Men. For a long time, they make you believe the wrong thing, that you were following this kind of medicine wheel, you know? No heart. We need to reconnect the heart. You come from the feminine. You give the greatest, you and the feminine too, the women and the men, the greatest gift to the mother, you know? She awakes unconditional love immediately. You know, in my tribe, when you get pregnant, you have all these abuelas around you teaching you healings, different kinds of healings with, you have no idea. I don't want to go there, we don't have time. But the most important message that you brought to your mothers was that unconditional love. Those people agree with me, the mothers? No matter what. And it just come forward in such a powerful way. We need you. We need you to be brave and to go into this realm, not known for men for many generations, the realm of the heart. She knows better. She knows, and she's guiding you because the great mother is within you. The men, my brothers, this is the time when you turn around and see your wife and your daughters are sacred, and you treat them sacred. You see all life forms as sacred. You see in yourself in the mirror and see your own sacredness too. The sun, you see, has been awakened. But the men too. The one who understands his own sexuality as sacred too. Does people agree with me? Now, do we have any questions because we need to close? Tell me. We're going to talk about this knowledge that needs to come out. Yes, that is what the workshop is about. That knowledge that you have within yourself. And yes, each one is talking. And that's the knowledge that we're going to bring. Communication. This is a web. You see, you are a connector at the same time that you're the whole web. Your giving and receiving is one and the same. Does this is making sense to you now? You know? No? Why not? What's the question, my brother? Okay. When I said web, people think actually, it's not that. It's, you know, it's not flat. Open it. When you open it, you can see that it is always a coming and going, and it's very much the same. That the end is the beginning, and the beginning is the end. And it is always in a different place. That's why we have the spiral. So it is the receiving and giving happening all the time. When I give, I'm receive. When I receive, I'm giving. Can you see this within yourself? Making sense, my brother? Okay, more questions because we need to close. Yes. For us, you know, that's the West, and it is connected with the women way. We are going to be talking more about this. Actually, that's how we're going to start in our workshop because we're kind of running out of time. But she is that new beginning. It's just that in many cultures, they were afraid of her, you know. You know, death is something bad, and actually it's not. It is just part of what it is. And we need to begin to see it in a different perspective. Because every time that you want to make a change in the world, you're making a new beginning. Play the drum, Patrice. Pass me my... healing song, just softly. Just right there where you are. Okay, we're going to close with a healing song. Please, just hold your heart. Just hold your heart, okay? Let's make that healing. And women, one hand in your heart and the other one in your womb. There we go. Oh, my. we a he, hotonan sina ye, hotonan sina na ye, o mama ye, hotonan sina ye, we a he, we a he, hotonan sina hey, oh mama ye, oh mama ye. Oh my God, I love you so much. Let's okomati. Let's okomati. Let's okomati. Here we are, doing what we have come here to do. I love you so much. Let's okomati.
God bless you for what you do. You walk the path as an example in such great light.
Let's okomati for being you.
What?
Let's okomati.
Thank you. Wow. Big hand for this lovely, lovely lady. Magdalla Ramirez.